Alrighty, Mr. Gatekeeper here. Just got done finishing this GK600 candy painted high drive. Oh, Toshiba Japanese soldiers. My buddy's been waiting on this. He actually originally ordered a 1-driving-4. This was a person that was recommended over to me from Mr. D-Rail, which I highly appreciate. He originally wanted a 1-driving-4 grape jelly candy painted amplifier, and later changed his mind and wanted a straight 6. So that's what we went ahead and did for him right here. I want to give a major shout out to my buddy Stickman, rest in peace. My buddy Stickman is actually the one that shared this design with me. This exact 6-pill design, a ported design, kind of half hybrid style without using 1 to 2 transformers, which there's no need actually in this particular combination. But he always told me pretty don't make watts, but he also said if you can make watts and make something look pretty, you're doing something. So I always try my best to learn how to make the watts first, although I did make some mistakes when I first started and focused too much on making pretty instead of making watts, and I had to learn my lesson on a few things. So anyway, my buddy picked this fan grill, which has been a while since somebody's requested one of these. A little silhouette. This is true House of Color candy paint, and I'm telling you, I'm looking through the viewfinder right here of this camcorder, and it looks blue in the camcorder. I don't know how it's going to show up in the actual video, but I mean, this is absolutely grape jelly, straight purple, House of Color candy paint. There is absolutely, and I mean absolutely, no different than this paint than what you would actually have on a car. This is the exact procedure, the exact paint, it's even painted in the exact place where the car would be painted. These are painted at a really good friend of mine's collision center over here around where I live, about an hour from where I live, and he paints cars for a living every day. So he's definitely been a huge blessing to me. Alright, man, well, we got you a straight 6-pill, man. This thing is working great. Very happy with the way she worked out. Chose to use coax on this one. A couple other pretty much on a lot of the other 6-pills I've done in the past, went ahead and went with the 100 ohm style wire, getting the RF from the input splitter to the output combiner, etc. Since this was being done in this particular case, which this is the same case you would build your 3-pill, 4 or 5-pill in, and I don't even know if they offer these boards anymore in this style case. I think they've upped it. So, you know, it's a little bit more smaller, compact. So I thought it'd be a little bit more cleaner if I did use the coax, so I could kind of hide it under things so it wouldn't be all bulky above everything. And it turned out good. It turned out good because, I mean, you got to make sure all these coaxes, individual coaxes, are the exact length. You know, and, I mean, everything's got to be exactly perfect, or you will have some reflection issues and whatnot. And so it all turned out really good. Alright, man, we are going to be running on a new power supply array that I've put together, which is actually 2 of these servo supplies. They're located down here. That's a big bundle of wires, but you can see we're on 14.9 volts, and they work. I was didn't have a good, wasn't successful at first paralleling them, so I had to do some current sharing methods on them to get them paralleled. So we are regulated. We're going to try the supplies out. I already tested them. They seem to work great, so we'll go ahead and try them out. Now I'm on my bench radio. Okay, the bench radio is on the driver is on 14.5 volts. Okay, this is just two 1446s, and I'm using my bench radio, which is doing about 4 watts, into the driver. It's producing about 80 bird. Okay, right there, about 80 bird. And I will go ahead and show that. Let me turn this off. Alright, we're on the 1000 watt slug. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. See right there, about 80 bird. Where you see the 20, that's 200. In between that's the 100. Oh yeah. A little bit over 80 bird, 80, 90 bird. That's producing about 250, 280 watts peak, just to give you an idea. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the 6-pill on now. This is RMS. Let's see what we're getting out of it. Regulated. Normally I'd be on my unregulated supply at this moment, but we are regulated. Feels pretty good too. Go! Right there, about 600 bird. Go! Right there, about dead nuts on 600 bird. And that's good. That is actually very good. Sometimes around a 6-pill, just hitting it with my bench radio, I might be getting a little under 600 bird. So that's right. It's right at 100 watts per pill. 100 watts RMS per pill. And of course, if you go over to the peak, just blow into the mic. Over 1000 watts. Just to let you take a look at the input reflect. Oh, not much at all. Alrighty. Let's go ahead at this point real quick. 6 pills are right at that mark where I like to use the 1000 watt slug to show RMS, but we've got to go over to the 2500 to show the peak. So I'm sorry, I should have already had my 2500 watt slug already out. I hadn't even looked at it on peak yet, so I'm seeing this for the first time just like you are. Usually if you can get 1200 watts peak, 1300 watts peak out of a 6-pill, that's good. 1500 is even better. Let's see what we're getting out of it on 14.9 volts down there. So it's the 2500 watt slug. We are looking at the top scale. Okay. Oh, alrighty. That's beautiful. Goodness gracious. Did I see that right? 1750? Son. Oh, right there about 1650 to 1700 watts. And that is what these ported 6-pills usually do for me. About 15 to 1800 watts, which is absolutely amazing. One thing my buddy Stickman told me over and over and over and over again. He said these ported designs are meticulous. He said he's met many builders that has had problems getting them to work. But once you can get them to work, this is what he always would tell me, you know, and every builder's got their own beliefs, you know, and they're entitled to their own beliefs. He said a ported 6-pill will blow the socks off any other 6-pill design out there. That's just what he always told me, and that's what he believed to his death. And all I know is when he taught me how to do this back in the days, I have been very happy with this design, and I'm gonna stick with it, and I'm not gonna change. This is a little bit different than some of my other designs, but this works for me, and it works very well. So, all right, so what we're gonna do now is hook up the old hot radio and see how much. That'd be pretty much it for the peak. I mean, it might gain a little bit more hooking up the hot radio, but 1700, close to 1800 watts peak, 16 to 1800 watts peak is amazing for a 6-pill. So I am going to put the 1000-watt slug back in. Now, I have not tried this with the new power supply array down there with the hot radio yet, so I'm gonna kind of watch it, make sure it's not getting a little bit too loaded or anything. I hadn't put that much of a load on it yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and press pause here and get the hot radio hooked up. I'll be right back. Alrighty, my mic don't reach real far, and this camcorder is set up to hold my right hand. I am ambidextrous, but I'll just kind of try to work. Alright, so now we are increasing our drive from about 80 to 90 bird to, we got 1000-watt slug in, to about 120. So we're pretty much increasing about 20 to 30 watts of drive. Let's see what that gives us. It was doing about 600 earlier. This will show you how much more headroom this amplifier's got in it. Go, look at that. Look at that. That's what an 8-pill does, man. Right there at a grand. Go right there at a grand. Maybe 980. And the voltage is staying. Let me look down there at the voltage. Go. It's staying right there at 14. Actually, it's dropped down to about 14.6. I'm still working a little bit on the variable. I got my variable right here, and it's a little touchy. I noticed the voltage kind of just fluctuates a little from 14.6 to 14.9. Oh, but it's staying right there. Now it's at 14.8. See, 14.7. So it's right there. Oh, God almighty alive. So yeah, if I turn that thing up just to simply at 15 volts even, that thing would just be hammering 1,000. And that's what these ported 6-pills usually do. Right there about a grand. 800 to a grand, no problem. And I mean, that's what an 8-pill does. These are some bad boys. One of these days I'm going to make some time and build me one. I also want to play around with some of the Macom 421s and see what I can get out of them in this style design. So I also went ahead and put you a filter on here, man. And hopefully it should clear everything. I'm about to put it on, double check, but I'll be right back. I'm going to go ahead and put the top on here, get the fan wired up, and I'll let you take a look at it with it all put together. This is a one-of-a-kind, very beautiful 6-pill, man. And definitely appreciate your patience too, man. I know you had to wait a good bit on this one. Alright, bud, we'll be right back. I know y'all ain't heard me say this in a while, but I gotta have a celebration sig for this one. Whew, she is a beaut. Man, I love that purple. My favorite color is blue, but goodness, I love that grape jelly purple. They call it candy paint because when you see it, it just makes you want to eat it. So here's the back of it. There's your remote. If you ever want to hook up a remote or a wireless remote, Y mode, amp mode. And got your 4-gauge ground cable back here. It's gonna go right there for you. It's the same length as this. Even got some purple power wire for you from New Concepts. Thanks to New Concept. Who do we got right here? Look at this girl. Look at her. That's her new favorite spot since there ain't no room for her on none of these tables. Her benches back here, as you can see. She has been cuddling up right here behind me on my chair. Right behind me. Can you believe that? I tell you, cats are something else. They will always find a new place to chill. They are a creature of habit, but they definitely try new things all the time. Here's your fan. Pretty sure, I remember correctly, I got it wrote down, this is going in a mobile. The fan is a little noisy, but since it's going in a mobile, I know it shouldn't be an issue. But you want to keep these, you want to keep this box cool, man. You want to keep these transistors cool because this is in a compact box, a little bit smaller, and I normally put a 6-pill in, but this is the compact version. There she is. Take a look at this. No driver at all. No driver hooked up at all. Just a bench radio. 4 watts RMS. This is hitting the box with about 18 to 20 watts PEP. Take a look at this. This is just hitting it with about 18 to 20 watts PEP. Oh, right there, almost 600 watts. Oh, right there at 600 watts. Just hitting it with a bench radio. It's a beautiful box, man. I love doing these candy boxes. Hate to see them go, though. Well, I hope you enjoy, bud. Sure everybody will know by now. I want to thank everybody for their prayers for my dad. He a little complicated road, but he made it through it cancer free. Went through his surgery and everything, a couple complications, but he's free and out of it, back at the house. I know I had a lot of people praying for me. Every single one of y'all that did, God bless y'all and thank y'all. Rest in peace, my buddy Stick Man. I pray his wife and family is hanging in there since he's passed on. And I'll check in with his wife from here and there. I think I'll check in with her today, since he's on my mind after doing this 6-pill build. But he taught me himself. 73s, y'all, Mr. GK, the Gatekeeper. Another GK600 candy paint out the door. On to the next one, y'all, 73s. Almost caught up, y'all. About 6 more to go and I'm caught up. And I will never dig a hole like I dug myself into these past 2 years. No, sir. I'm gone. Bye-bye. Ain't nothing wrong with notes, y'all.